Your Honor. We're here on the matter of the State of Ohio versus Donovan Smith, case number 24, CR 001025. The defendant is present in open court with their attorney, Nicolette Tomazik, set today for a hearing on the state's motion to terminate community control. There are two pending motions. The state would move to withdraw the violation filed on December 18th. The state would move forward on the violation filed on December 4th of 2025. It's my understanding that the defendant will plead to the December 4th violation.
All right, so the first violation will be dismissed at this time. So we just had the one violation based on December 4th, correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, Ms. Tomazik, with that said, what is the defendant's intention at this time? Does he want to have a final hearing or does he want to waive the hearing?
Thank you, Your Honor. He would like to waive the hearing, admit to the violation, and we are prepared to proceed with sentencing as well. Thank you.
Thank you. Give me a second. Smith, you've been charged with violating the conditions of your community control sanctions. Specifically, it's alleged you violated Rule 6. Rule 6 prohibits you from purchasing, owning, possessing, or having under your control any firearm. And it's alleged on December 3rd, during a home visit by the Probation Department, you were found to be in possession of a Smith Wesson 9mm firearm. Now, you have the right to have what's called a final hearing regarding this allegation, which is a hearing where the state, the prosecutor, would have to prove the actual merits of what they're alleging with this violation. You can have that hearing, but you can also waive the hearing if you desire and plead guilty to the violation. Your attorney has indicated she believes that's what you want to do, waive the hearing and plead guilty. Is that correct?
Yes.
Well, before I can accept your waiver and your admission, I need to make sure you understand excuse me, the potential consequences you face if you're found to have violated your community control sanctions. If in fact that did occur, the court could extend your probation up to 5 years. I could impose more restrictive sanctions against you, or I could terminate your probation and send you to prison. And if I sent you to prison, it could be anywhere from 6 to 12 months in prison. Do you understand the potential penalties you face if you're found to have violated your community control sanctions?
Yes.
Well, having been so advised, what do you want to do at this time? Do you want to have the final hearing, or do you want to waive that hearing and plead guilty to the violation?
Plead guilty.
Very well. As to the allegation that you violated Rule 6 by possessing a firearm, what is your plea to that?
Guilty.
I'm sorry?
Guilty.
I can't hear you.
Guilty.
All right, the court will accept your plea, find that you did violate conditions of your community control sanctions. Ms. Tomazik, any reason not to go forward with sentencing?
No, Your Honor, we're prepared to proceed with sentencing.
Anything you want to say on behalf of your client?
Yes, thank you, Your Honor. We would like to ask the court today for an opportunity to allow Donovan to continue with his community control sanctions. Your Honor, I've had the pleasure of working with Donovan from the underlying offense and from the start of his probation violation. And just from his time in the jail, Your Honor, he seems to have done some growing up, some learning, some understanding of what happened. Initially, it was a little frustration on his end, but he's definitely done a lot of growing up. Jail has been very difficult for him. He's fully knows he put himself in that position, Your Honor. He's not making any excuses. While being on probation, though, Your Honor, it's my understanding that Donovan has been complying with all other terms of his probation. He was working full-time at Burger King. He indicated to me that they were holding his job for him. He had an interview to start at CVS as well to just make sure he stayed on track. Your Honor, he does want to get into school. He wants to go into a trade, so he's trying to get his life together, Your Honor. So we would just like to ask the court today for an opportunity to allow Donovan to continue his community control sanctions. Thank you.
Mr. Smith, you have the right to address the court before you're sentenced, and you can say anything you'd like. Is there anything you want to say at this time?
Yes. I want to say that I apologize and I'm sorry to the court about me even being in the situation, about me even coming here today, or even having to be in front of you, Judge. I want to say that I'm sorry to my family, of course. I just want to do better, become a better man. Just want to do what's right, and I've learned a lot.
What'd you learn?
To be honest with you, being in jail, that's not something I want to continue, something that I want to go through or have a repeating cycle, or, like I said, I had to be 21 coming into jail. I've spent my birthday in here, Christmas, New Year's. It's just not something that I want to go through and just keep going through or having to keep repeating.
Right, but what'd you learn? Everybody doesn't want that. There's nobody out there that says, oh, I'd like to spend Christmas in jail. What did you learn that's going to prevent you from coming back and spending next Christmas in jail?
Oh, well, I would say what I've learned is, I would say, okay, so say for instance, me just being in this situation, I can't talk to my family how I want to. I got to be controlled. I'm literally behind the cell all day. I can't do the things that I want to do. I'm locked up.
So you learn what the consequences are of your actions on the outside, I guess, what you're saying.
Yeah, I can't be around people that I love, people that I want to be. I can't work. I can't get no money. I can't do anything. I have nothing to do besides think and just go with my actions, go with my consequences.
So why'd you need a gun?
I don't.
Why'd you have a gun?
I wouldn't say I had one. Unfortunately, was around.
You had a gun. Who else got that gun?
It could have been anybody.
Could have been anybody in your brother or your mother?
No, but just anybody in my house, could have had somebody over, anything in that nature. I'm pretty sure you see that. Of course, I didn't get charged with it, so it's like
you didn't get. There's nothing. You're gonna make this difficult on me, huh? You're gonna deny that you. So you didn't know that gun was there?
Hypothetically speaking, no.
No, we're not talking hypothetically speaking. You're here pleading guilty. We're in court. This isn't hypothetical. You're in handcuffs right now. That's real.
Yeah.
So forget the hypotheticals. Where'd you get the gun from? We know where you got it from, so you don't. I want to hear you tell me.
Where did I get the gun from?
Yeah. You're saying you didn't put the gun where it was found?
No.
Can I see Councilman Chambers?
All rise.
Switch around real quick. So, Mr. Smith, are you going to talk about this or are you not going to talk about this?
Talk about it.
I'm not saying it was your gun, that you owned it. But you're the one that was possessing it in that house. Is that correct?
Yes.
Where'd you put it when the probation department came?
In the couch.
So you knew it was there?
Yes.
This is not a hypothetical, is it?
No.
Why'd you have a gun?
For protection.
Well, thought you would have learned that maybe with the case itself. That's what brought you here to begin with. You're not allowed to have a gun when you're on probation. Why are we playing games here?
I'm not.
Well, you were. I'm not going to play games anymore. I'm not going to do it. You're wasting everybody's time. You continue doing it. I'm not going to hesitate to send you to prison. That's where you obviously want to go if you're going to continue doing this. Now you say one thing, you say you don't want to do that, but then your actions don't say that. I think you're smarter than everybody else, and nobody's going to know. I mean, you know your phone calls are being listened to. You know messages are being read. I don't know why you think you can outsmart everybody then and deny that kind of stuff. You tell me why I should keep you on probation.
Because I feel like I've been doing the right thing. I feel like
Because what?
I feel like I've been doing the right on probation. I feel like I've been doing the right thing. I feel like I haven't. Like, I'm not a menace to society. Like, I'm just not out here, you know.
You're not a man. You have a gun. When you're not supposed to have a gun. Go ahead.
I feel like just hoping to have, like, I'm young, of course. I really want to, you know, experience in life. I haven't got a chance to even do that yet. Of course, I want to do better.
Well, you're going to have to prove it by your action, conduct. Your word's not going to mean anything anymore. That's an important thing, but you only admit stuff, acknowledge stuff when you're confronted with the fact that we know you're lying about it, or we have this other proof to show you're lying, and then you'll switch your story. That's not the way this is going to work. If you think you're going to outsmart the probation department and lie to them and try to fool them, they're going to find out. And if that happens, you're going to prison. So keep that in mind when you try to play games with them if I continue on probation here. The only way this is going to work is if you're open and honest with them. They're willing to work with you and help you accomplish what you just said you want to accomplish. But if you're lying to them and playing games with them, well, they'll do their job like they're supposed to do their job, but they're not going to care. Why should they care if the person that they're trying to help doesn't care? I'm just going to lie to them and play games with them. But you need to keep in mind that they will find out. You're not going to outsmart them. And I'll assure you, if that happens again, you're going to get the maximum prison sentence. You understand that?
Yes.
Is there anything else you want to say?
No.
Does Thomas have anything else?
No, Your Honor, thank you.
So enough on behalf of the state of Ohio.
Your Honor, the state would defer the court.
Well, I've reviewed the original pre-sentence report and investigation, considered the facts and circumstances of the original offense, the nature of that offense. I have considered what's been said here today, this whole proceeding, the defendant's performance on probation. All that's considered only the purposes and principles of felony sentencing set forth in 29-29-11. I'm going to incorporate all the findings I've previously made regarding the seriousness factors and recidivism factors in 29-29-12 with the additional finding the defendant failed to comply with the previously imposed sanctions ordered by this court, which is a factor indicating recidivism is more likely. Despite the violation, I will find at this time that prison is not consistent with the purposes and principles of sentencing, and defendant is amenable to an available community control sanction. So I will give you one more chance, but it's one more chance, Mr. Smith.
Understandable.
All right. I'm going to extend your community control sanctions by 3 months. I'm going to order that you serve 90 days in jail. You have credit for 69 you've already served. Then when you get out, your conditions are going to be the same that they were. I'm going to have to let you make sure you know what they are, but you're not to use any drugs or alcohol. That includes no marijuana. Should submit random urine screens when directed. They have to be negative. Positive screens a violation. If you screw around with the urine samples, bring in fake urine, someone else's urine, anything like that, that's a violation. Were AA meetings a part of his aftercare recommendations, Kaylee?
I don't believe so, Your Honor.
Have you been doing AA meetings? Were you told that they recommended AA meetings for you when you got done?
Only did decision point. That was only about it.
You did decision points?
Yeah.
But then you did a drug and alcohol assessment, didn't you?
Oh yeah, I did.
And what were the recommendations? What were they recommend you do anything as a result of that?
No.
So you didn't have to do AA meetings?
No.
Were there any type of recommendations, Kaylee, from decision points? I don't know.
No, Your Honor.
You are to obtain or maintain full-time employment or education or a combination of the two. You want to go to school part-time, you can work part-time. You want to go to school full-time, that's fine, but on a full-time basis, you're keeping yourself busy. You understand that?
Yeah.
You need to provide proof of your employment. You have no contact with the Willoughby Eastlake Schools or Stephen Hertrick. You are not to possess any guns or deadly weapons. You understand that?
Yes.
If you have an issue, if you think you're in danger, you go to the police.
Is that a violation?
This is what a violation? I'm sorry.
Going to the police.
No, I'm telling you, that's the way you handle it.
Okay.
You don't handle it by getting a gun, walking around armed, having knives on you. If you think your life's in danger, you go to the police. You understand that?
Yes.
That's not a violation. You're allowed to do that. I mean, there's really not much here that you're required to do. Work full-time, stay out of trouble, don't have any contact with the folks from the original case. Can't possess guns. That's a condition for anybody on probation. It's not just specified for you. If you're on probation, you can't have guns. You understand that?
Yeah.
Okay, is there anything else I'm missing here that?
No, Your Honor. Thank you.
So you understand all these conditions of your probation?
Yes.
Any questions for me?
No.
I need to advise you, if you fail to comply with any of these conditions or the rules of probation, if you leave Ohio without permission from the court, or if you commit another crime, another motion to terminate will be filed. If it's found that you violated, I could technically extend your probation up to an overall total of 5 years. I can impose more restrictive sanctions, including jail time like I did today, or I can, and what I will do is terminate your probation and send you to prison. And if I sent you to prison, it'd be 12 months in prison. So that's what's hanging over your head. You understand that?
Yes.
All right. Thomas, anything else?
No, Your Honor, thank you.
Shanoff?
No, Your Honor, thank you.
All right, thank you.
All right.
You're gonna-